small, someone told you a very scary story. That story was made even scarier when the storyteller held a flashlight under their chin. My name's Mike Sadowskis, and I'm here with the ensemble cast, and we're bringing you the very best of B, sci-fi and horror movies, and also cracking ourselves up at the same time, which makes it fun.
It was his fault.
That's quite all right.
Don't blame me.
And I understand that my co-host here, Smiley, Skeleton, Smiley, we have, future's so bright, Smiley, you're wearing
Lights
shades.
are bright
But,
today.
I understand we have a really frightening movie tonight.
That's
Of an
right,
alien
Mike.
menacing, that's right,
That's absolutely right.
that's right.
Tonight's film is the chilling 1953 classic, Phantom from Space.
Phantom
The
from
tension builds right from the beginning as an unknown object is tracked, hurtling towards the Earth. It is an opening that may remind many of our viewers of another space invasion mega hit opening, The Day the Earth Stood Still, and that is just the beginning.
That certainly bodes well for tonight's movie. Speaking of boding well, joined by the great ensemble cast, including my friend, the ultra-talented, blue-chip award-winning film producer, actor, musician, gourmet chef, Leland Schuler. Leland, welcome.
Thanks, Mike. Now, let me be up front with you. You know, I always like to thank you for introducing me.
I appreciate that.
Do you? Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do.
What? Yeah. Anyway, this movie has everything a sci-fi fanatic could possibly want and then some.
How is that possible?
You know, I don't know. We're working off your script with words I can barely pronounce. I'm sure it will eventually start making sense.
Oh, great. Anyway, I hope so. Anyway, we have many more surprises tonight, including a return to Flashlight Theater from our good friend, the iconic actor and musician, general all-around great guy, Jack Foe. Jack, where you been? What's going on? Welcome back.
Well, it's good to be back. You threw me for a second.
I did that on purpose.
It's great to be back on Flashlight Theater. These movies are great, and you guys are the best.
Oh, jeez. So if we're so good.
I knew that.
Okay.
Already.
But I guess if that's true, then
Well,
where you been?
I was on special assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Some undercover work for Flashlight Theater Special Investigations Unit. I can't talk about it. There's some things I can't discuss, but I couldn't wait to get back, and that's the truth. As I told you, Mike, Phantom from Space is one of my all-time favorites.
Jack, have you ever seen it?
Well, actually, yeah, no, but I'm sure I'm going to love it.
Indeed, I think you will, Jack. And speaking of things that not only you love, but everyone will love, regrettably, we forgot to tell our next member of the ensemble cast that we're actually on Central Time here. So when we said we were starting at noon, it was actually 1 o'clock your time. See, that's what threw us. But we are all pleased to be joined by a gentleman, appropriately enough, seated at the very far right of your screen, the beloved publisher of the Whistleblower Newswire, the gun-toting, Second Amendment defending, First Amendment defending, Charles Foster Kane. Mr. Kane, welcome. Glad you're here.
And every other commandment breaking.
I didn't want to say that, but I've heard that.
You know, there's not much I like more than kicking some alien intruder butt. And I think we have a chance for that tonight. Got the M16, come to Papa. I'll tell you something else, Mike.
And what would that be, Mr. Kane?
What does it mean when Phantom from Outer Space meets Flashlight Theater?
I don't know, Mr. Kane. What does that mean?
It means bad news for Flashlight Theater.
So here we go again. Why do we always have to shoot first?
Leland, that's easy. That's easy.
How's that?
Because when we shoot first, we don't have to ask any questions later.
That's convenient.
That makes perfect sense to me, Mr. Kane. That strategy has worked ever since aliens have been trying to conquer Earth, beginning back nearly 60 years ago.
No, well, listen, guys, if I may, I've been away a little while. Can somebody explain something to me?
What might that be, Jack?
Well, are we presenting the movie? Are we part of the movie? Is this stuff really happening, or is it just make-believe? The Black Ops stuff I've been doing in working on has really given me a different outlook on reality, whatever that is.
What do you think, Jack?
That's a tough question.
To tell you the truth, I really can't remember.
So tell me, Jack, how does that make you feel?
Honestly, a little confused, maybe a little scared.
Listen, kid, you just stay on my hip. Me and Betsy will get all of us through, no matter what comes along the Flashlight Theater's way. You can count on that.
I feel better already.
Guys, I know there's something else we can all count on.
And that is?
That our audience will enjoy tonight's movie, the 1953 classic, you're about to see this guy, Phantom from Space, on television's most exciting late-night local sci-fi and horror show, Flashlight Theater. We'll get our act together, and we'll be back.
Sorry to interrupt you, Lieutenant. Yeah, what is it, Jim? There's a teletype cam for you.
Oh, thanks, Jim. We're waiting for it. That was fast. Well, here's our answer.
Looks like they never sleep in Washington. Just to contact a Major Andrews, care of Dr. Wyatt, director of the Griffith Institute.
Hey, it's kind of late. Man, I'll give him a call.
While you're at it, I'll go out the car and check in with Central.
Okay.
You're watching the 1953 sci-fi classic, Phantom from Space, on TV's late-night movie juggernaut. Okay, man. Flashlight Theater.
Theater.
What an opening, guys. That thing really caught my attention was how that very, very short Betty Evans' little white shorts really were. Short shorts.
They were short shorts. They
No
were.
wonder the space guy knocked off her husband's head.
Oh, yeah. But really, Mr. Kane, it's a little early to tell if that is what actually happened.
That's right. Maybe Betty and Ed's boarder Pete liked Betty's shorts so much, he decided to take Ed out of the picture. You know, like the movie Double Indemnity. Did I pronounce that right?
I think so.
You know, while I think Betty Evans was a very attractive woman, she was no Betty Rubble or even Barbara Stanwyck. And neither Pete nor the alien with pipes sticking out of his helmet are any Fred McMurray either. You know, I was almost thinking Fred Mercury too. But
Freddie Mercury, yeah?
Freddie Mercury, yes.
What the heck does my three sons have to do with this?
Come on, guys, you're missing the whole point.
Hang on, fellas. We know there's something more going on here than a murderous love triangle. One more thing.
What's that?
The next segment contains one of the most exciting chase scenes in all of filmdom.
Really?
I'm not kidding. It's just so exciting.
So who gets chased?
Is it the murderous Pete?
Or the alien with the pipe sticking out of his helmet, Freddie Mercury.
And does the alien finally get his butt whipped?
I'll tell you what, let's take the audience back to the next segment and we can all find out
Why do you
together.
always keep me in the dark? I've spent too much time in the dark lately. I was a little out of the loop when I was on my top secret mission.
You know, you're generally out of the loop, but he does it to all of us. He does it to all of
Keep
us.
coming back for more.
You're watching the highest rated local late night TV show in town, Flashlight Theater.
We'll be back.
You're still doing it wrong.
One of these days.
Okay. All right, we're going to get better at this, I promise. Okay.
This is great, Mike. I'm having a blast.
I like Betty Rubble.
She was hot.
I told you I had
She
those
was
Flintstone
underrated.
vitamins.
She was
on the
underrated.
Betty
Okay.
Rubble was one.
So Leland, you bring us in
see the movie?
on for break 2.
Break 2, huh?
If you saw this movie, you would say, that looks just like, I swear to you, the Phantom from
You think
Space.
so?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
All right. Phantom from Space, break 2, 3, 2, 1.
You know, that looks just like the Phantom from Space. And by the way, you're watching Phantom from Space on TV's most popular late-night sci-fi blowtorch. Flashlight Theater. Flashlight Theater. Guys, I think Mike was right. Now that was an exciting chase scene.
It was.
Yes, it was right up there with when Dave and Steve were chasing the Blood Beast in the Night of the Blood Beast.
I don't remember that one.
That's because you were somewhere, wrapping up some consensual commitments.
Whoa.
Wait a minute, that's contractual commitments. You remember?
That's right. I'm starting to remember now. Quite a bit.
Okay.
In the Blood Beast chase scene, Dave and Steve saved the lonely Donna Bixby
I love Don.
by letting loose with a wild fusillade of lead.
Yeah.
She was
Hot
also
lead,
very
too.
lovely. She's a lovely girl.
She was quite lovely.
Not
No Betty Rubble.
Yeah, no Betty Rubble there. But
No.
Dave and Steve later killed the Blood Beast. That was after the impregnated Major Corcoran killed himself because he was carrying the babies of the Blood Beast. The babies were in his bloodstream.
Excuse me. Did you say someone killed himself because he was carrying babies?
He did.
So you said he killed himself because he was impregnated
Yeah, he
by
was.
a blood beast.
He
Oh,
was.
yes, I did, Jack.
Yeah.
Jack, where the heck have you been?
Contractual obligations, remember?
Consensual.
That-
Special assignment.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sure they were, buddy boy.
Jack, it's okay. You've been away from Flashlight Theater for a little while. It'll all come back to you. By the way, they had invited the Blood Beast over for cocktail hours, I recall, and it was a Molotov cocktail.
And
Just
Utah.
yeah, in Utah. But just remember that anything is possible in sci-fi movies. Anything.
Movies, right? As in not real.
Well, sort of.
That's right, Jack. The truth is out there and in here, too.
Ooh.
And we're really kicking some butt.
Jeez, I am so confused. I can't tell you where I was, but it has really thrown me.
Well, hang on, Jack, and everyone else at home, hang on as well. Hang on as well at home. Everyone at home, and you too, Jack.
They need to hang on.
Hang on.
I personally take them back to Phantom from Space on the Boomer on the show Boomer Magazine called
Somebody smack
Generation's Favorite.
Smack this guy.
Flashlight Theater. That's what you're watching, and we're going to
Flashlight
see Phantom from Space.
Theater.
I'm gonna get some batteries and we'll be back.
You should get a solar powered
A
flashlight.
solar powered flashlight. Okay, that was dreadful. All right.
Well, that's the story up till now. We got in touch with Washington. They told us to contact you here.
Very interesting. What do you think, Doctor? When I see something like this, I understand why you gentlemen might have thought sabotage was involved.
Lieutenant, are you sure there were no traces of this saboteur, this X-Man, found after the explosion in the oil field?
Fire department went over every inch of the area. Didn't come up with a thing.
Well, then there's a strong possibility that he might have perished in the explosion itself.
I doubt that. We're pretty well convinced this man is carrying something that's responsible for all the signal interference. According to the
watching the 1953 classic Phantom from Space on TV's hottest late-night local show, Flashlight Theater.
My flashlight doesn't have any batteries.
Guys, can you believe this?
Yeah.
An invisible alien.
Murder. Mayhem.
A barking dog.
But only a couple of handguns. You know, if our heroes had a 50 cal barking instead of that mutt.
That's right.
The movie would already have been over.
Good point.
Quite good.
Phantom from Space was released.
Good point.
Good point.
Bubba.
Phantom from Space was
Punctuality
released
is key.
in May 1953 and was a big summer hit. 1953 was smack dab in the middle of the Cold War
Yes, it was. Yes.
between the U.S. and the now defunct Soviet Union.
Good point.
Yes.
Yeah, those lousy commies.
So 1953 was an interesting year.
Said Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay became.
That was his Sherpa.
Oh, Mike, would you help me with these names here?
Tenzing Norgay. It was his Sherpa.
Tenzing Norgay became the
I beg your
first man to reach the. There were a couple guys that got